Anybody that follows my channel knows that I love the NBA draft. Why do I love the NBA draft, you ask? Well, because for one, I love to see young players live out their dreams, and two, I'm a Pelicans fan. Look, what do you want from me? My team has been bad, and I know there are going to be some Pelicans fans that are going to be mad at me, but just hear me out. I'm just a basketball fan that likes to make the most of a sometimes bad situation. I think the NBA draft is awesome. You're literally rewarded for being bad. But with the addition of Adam Silver, you're really not too rewarded because you can be the absolute worst team in the league and still not get the #1 pick. There are Charlotte Hornets fans that are still mad at the Pelicans for getting the #1 pick in the 2012 NBA draft. And to be honest, I really do not blame them. That year, they were so bad that they broke records. While the Warriors have been on a tear the past decade or so, I think it's important to never forget your roots. I also think it's important to never forget the process that the Warriors went through to build one of the best teams of all time. While the big name moves may get all of the love, let's not forget that the Warriors drafted Stephen Curry, they drafted Klay Thompson, and they drafted Draymond Green. When used right, the draft can be a very valuable tool. This video, I want to talk about the Golden State Warriors drafting Jonathan Kuminga. But before I get into that, let's get a word from our sponsor. I want to give a major shout out to Fetch Rewards for sponsoring today's video. For those of you wondering what Fetch Rewards is, well, check it out. Fetch Rewards is a super easy to use app where you earn rewards on basically anything that you buy. Guys, I'm not making this up. All you have to do is scan any receipt or e-receipt and you earn points. It's so simple. You can redeem those points for hundreds of rewards, including Amazon, Visa gift cards, your favorite stores, literally anything, bro. Fetch is completely free. Now, I know some of you guys are still wondering, Coop, why should I click that link down in the description below and download Fetch? Well, just hear me out. Fetch is fast. You can do everything to get your points and spend those points in just a matter of minutes. You know what? I should just show you guys how easy using Fetch Rewards actually is. Look at this, guys. Just take a few pictures, click submit, and you gotta be kidding me. The boss thing about Fetch is that you can even use e-receipts. Just click the e-receipts button and it'll check your recent purchases. Fetch is not picky about receipts. There are so many rewards to choose from, and you can earn points from pretty much anywhere. Check out the link in the description below and use code Getlikecoop for a free 3,000 points whenever you scan your first receipt. Yeah, don't mind me guys, just browsing rewards, about to use my free 3,000 points. Again, just download the app, use code Getlikecoop, it could all be so simple. Fetch came in the clutch with the code for my channel, so be sure to take advantage of it before it's too late. A major shout out to Fetch for sponsoring this video. With Jonathan Kuminga replacing Chris Duarte in the Rising Stars game, only one thing came to my mind, and that's that this guy absolutely deserves it. If you haven't been watching Kuminga and the Golden State Warriors play, then you've absolutely been missing out. The Golden State Warriors still have Steph Curry. That guy is literally unbelievable. Worth the price of admission all by himself. You mix Curry with a team that's built to win now and for the future, and you have a dangerous combination. It's crazy that not long ago, everybody wanted the Warriors to package the picks that would become Kuminga and Moody for Ben Simmons. Don't get me wrong, Ben is great and he probably would have been a lot of fun in Golden State, but at the same time, he's not Jonathan Kuminga. While I'm partially joking, Kuminga's rise has been absolutely amazing to watch. I really feel that Kuminga's rise is a rise that any coach would have been hard to hold back. Last month, Kerr compared Jonathan Kuminga to Shawn Marion, saying that Kuminga uses his gifts both ways. Every night he sprints the floor hard. When I was in Phoenix, we had Shawn Marion, one of the best athletes in the league. Every night he just run the floor hard. He wasn't the greatest three-point shooter, wasn't the greatest passer, wasn't the greatest ball handler. Yo, low-key, this is kind of sounding like slander. But he was an all-star just because he played hard. By running the floor, all kinds of good stuff would happen. While Kuminga's much more than a hard player, Marion's response to this quote had me rolling, even though it wasn't really that funny. Marion said that that's a compliment. I really respect it, but we're always comparing current players to past players. He's not necessarily going to be me or anything like that, but he's got some Shawn Marion tendencies, which is awesome. This quote was pretty funny to me because Shawn Marion's right. I'm guilty of it too. You can literally use this video as evidence. In my opinion, I think that NBADraft.net had a more accurate comparison for Jonathan Kuminga. They compared him to Jaylen Brown. NBADraft.net calls Kuminga a physical force on both ends of the court. freakish athlete with explosiveness, strength, and great body control. He also has a solid skill set with the ability to handle and pass the ball. His forte appears to be on the less glamorous defensive end, where his quickness, strength, and height can disrupt opposing wings and guards. Oh my gosh. Yo, like, this is an amazing scouting report. Who wouldn't want a player that has all of these traits in today's NBA? Kerr says that Kuminga's traits jump out even at the NBA level, and he's right. What I love about Kuminga is he's not just an athlete. He's a guy that knows how to use their athleticism to their advantage. On top of that, Kuminga locks in and locks in often. Do you guys want to know a fun fact? The Golden State Warriors are 33-13 with Jonathan Kuminga playing 20 plus minutes. That's a .717 win percentage. For reference, the Warriors have a .724 win percentage, good enough for second in the West. The Warriors' win percentage with Kuminga playing over 20 minutes per game would be good enough to be a runaway 1 seed in the Eastern Conference. While the Warriors are 14-10 without Draymond Green, the absence of Green has allowed some of the less mainstream Warrior players to step into more prominent roles. Look, the record without Draymond isn't ideal, and I'll never paint a player's injury as a positive, but there is some good that could come out of a bad situation like an injury. For example, when players get hurt, players have to take on bigger roles, and that can pay dividends when the postseason comes around. The truth is that a lot of coaches shorten their rotations for the postseason. When that rotation becomes tight, you want to make sure that you have your best and most capable players playing. You want to know who can do what. I'm probably one of the biggest advocates of the belief that some guys just need an opportunity. How is a player supposed to grow if they never have the opportunity to? After Kuminga dropped 26 points versus the Toronto Raptors on 9 of 15 shooting, Steve Kerr told Kuminga, "If we were a lousy team, you'd be doing this every night. You'd be on the all-rookie team and scoring a bunch of points, and everybody would be saying how great Kuminga is, but you wouldn't be learning how to win." We're trying to keep that in perspective for him. The value of learning from Draymond and Steph and Clay is actually worth a lot more than rolling the ball out and playing on a bad team. So even though it's undoubtedly frustrating for him at times, he has a good perspective, and we try to remind him that he's learning from winners. Guys, if you were an NBA lottery pick, would you rather go to a situation where you might hardly play but get valuable experience in a winning culture, or would you prefer to go to a team where you could be the guy instantly coming out of the gates? While there are pros and cons coming into a winning situation like Golden State, I think that the pros can definitely outweigh the cons. Look at Kawhi Leonard. Is Kawhi the Kawhi that we know today if he doesn't go to the San Antonio Spurs and learn under multiple Hall of Famers and one of the greatest basketball minds in NBA history? Now, don't get me wrong. Kawhi was special and had all of the tools coming out of San Diego State, but of course, that doesn't necessarily mean he'd be the same Kawhi if he had landed elsewhere. To this day, I believe if Marvin Bagley landed with a decent organization, that we would have a different view on his career. I rewatched the 2018 NBA draft, and I actually recommend that you guys do this. It's just so crazy rewatching past drafts. Anyways, I rewatched the draft, and the way they described Bagley was like he was a could not miss prospect. I wasn't the big Bagley fan coming out, but let's be real. This guy averaged 20 and 10 on absurd efficiency at Duke as a freshman. It's not like he was playing low-tier talent. Bagley was tough. I really feel bad because I like Moody a lot too, but this isn't Moody's video. Let me know who you guys want to see videos on down in the comments below. Back to Kuminga. In February, Kuminga has been averaging 27.1 minutes per game and 15.7 points per game while shooting 58.3% from the field. Sometimes it's easy to forget that Kuminga is only 19 with the way that he plays. He has a game and feel for it that's well beyond his NBA experience. Kuminga is strong, crafty, a monster athlete. While he's listed at 6'7", 225, on the court he feels and plays much bigger than that. I can sit here and tell you guys about Kuminga's freakish athleticism, but you seriously have to watch him for yourself. He dunks with force. He flat out pops off the screen on the court. In a league where do-it-all wing players are at a premium, Kuminga should only continue to make a name for himself. Man, forget do-it-all. If you're a wing who's a competent defender, you have value in the NBA. Kuminga isn't just competent, he has legit two-way star potential. Now don't let me hyping Kuminga's athleticism fool you into thinking that he's just an athlete. Remember I told you that Kuminga has great feel for the game. I love the way that he's able to play off of others. I love the way that he doesn't necessarily have to have the ball to impact a play or the game. Sometimes in the NBA, I feel like cutting is a lost art. Well, it's definitely not a lost art for Jonathan Kuminga. Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors have so much promise for the future, and yet here they are, bona fide contenders. Maybe I should do a Klay Thompson breakdown next. I really didn't give Klay Thompson that much love this video. Let me know what you guys think. Clicking the video on the screen right now is a great way to support my channel. I'm Getlikecoop, bringing you guys the scoop until our next upload.